Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody from home, wherever you are watching from. My name is Masakwala Kowe, and I'm your host tonight for Toolbox Talk with She Masters. I hope you're keeping well and you continue to adhere to the protocols of COVID-19. Have a very good evening tonight with us on She Masters with Toolbox Talk with She Masters, where today we are going to be talking about housekeeping. Before we start, I would like to invite you, everybody out there, to start watch parties, to share our page with your friends and family, to share our program, Toolbox Talk, and also to like our page and follow us. Our Facebook page is She Masters, and our Instagram page is also She Masters. Please remember with the double S at the end. Our website is also live and it's She Masters, www.shemasters.com. Please do visit it. Yes, it is Toolbox Talk with She Masters, where we are talking issues of health and safety across all industries. This evening, we are going to be talking housekeeping. I don't know what you think of when we talk housekeeping. Yes, we are talking tidiness, cleaning up the area, the workplace that you are working in. Most of the time, especially in the construction area, we have identified that most of the problems are associated with housekeeping. Actually, housekeeping, it is the number one problem when it comes to construction sites. Studies have shown that a number of incidents are attributed to poor housekeeping. Due to poor housekeeping, a number of incidents are recorded, and as a result, hazards that are causing injuries in the workplace are also recorded at a very high number. Some of these hazards can be taken for granted or overlooked if housekeeping is not being taken good care of or housekeeping is accepted in a workplace. This is Toolbox Talk with She Masters, where we are talking housekeeping in a workplace. Please start watch parties and do share our site with your friends and family. Let us look at the purpose of, workplace housekeeping. Why do we have to make sure that we have a good housekeeping program in our workplaces? What is the purpose of workplace housekeeping? Poor housekeeping can cause accidents such as that is striking against misplaced materials or items that are poorly stacked or even projecting. Also, poor housekeeping can cause tripping over loose objects or slipping on wet, greasy, and dirty surfaces. For example, when you look at a typical example of a banana peel, one thing that is mostly overlooked, most of the people like to throw it anyway, but that is one of the main causes of slip accidents in workplaces or the surrounding at large. Cutting, puncturing, and tearing of the skin. These are some of the results of poor housekeeping or accidents of poor housekeeping in a workplace. Toolbox Talk with She Masters, and we are talking housekeeping in the workplace. Follow our page on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, and do like our page so that you can get updates of the topics that we talk of every time. And we are here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Johannesburg time. Let us go on to the benefits of housekeeping. Effective housekeeping can result in fewer tripping and slipping accidents, and this can reduce massive compensations that are aligned with this kind of accidents. Again, when you keep a good housekeeping, you are sure of a slip-free workplace. Slip-free workplace. You also reduce fire hazards. These are the benefits of keeping a good housekeeping program or practice. Again, one of the benefits is that you reduce workers' exposure to hazardous materials or substances such as dust and vapor, that resulting in good turnout and low absenteeism from work. The other benefit is that you are able to manage your inventory because you have better control of your tools and materials or even supplies. Again, it improves the health of your employees or the health of your work environment because of better hygiene. The other point is that there will be more space when you have good housekeeping practices. There will be more space in your workplace that will lead you to be able to move around and see where things are placed. Organization. The other last thing is that it will improve the morale and the productivity in the workplace. It will improve the morale and the productivity in the workplace by making sure that you are easily able to allocate, find the materials, or you are easily able to access your materials. Thank you for joining us. This is Toolbox Talk with S.H.E Masters, where we are talking housekeeping in the workplace. It is not only for construction sites, but everywhere, wherever it is, wherever you are working, whether home, whether in your transport, whether in the transport, in the bus, or wherever, or even in the construction industry. And yes, we are saying that a large number of poor housekeeping accidents are seen in the construction sites. Now, let us move on and look at the importance of implementing an effective housekeeping program. We have to be aware that a good housekeeping program maintains housekeeping. It's important to maintain a good housekeeping program, not to achieve. Why do we say so? Because housekeeping is a daily process. It's not a one-time thing, something that we do when we have inspections or periodically. It is a process. So it is important to maintain it, to make it a culture in your workplace, to make it a culture for everybody in the workplace. It is a continuous process, and it should be done regularly, not only at the end of the shift. It should be regularly. It should be done regularly. One other thing is that it should be incorporated within the job, the daily job or the daily activities of the day. Housekeeping, good housekeeping should be incorporated within the daily activities of the day. It is important as we have this program, the housekeeping, when we implement the housekeeping program, it is good to assign the responsibilities below. The responsibilities that we need to assign is that we need to ensure that we clean up during the shift. We have to have responsibilities or assign responsibilities for cleaning up during the shift. We also have to look at those floors, at the shelves, the basement, all the areas in the workplace have to be looked at when you do housekeeping during the day. Also, assign responsibilities for waste disposal. Assign responsibilities for waste disposal during the day. Responsibilities for removal of used material. Do not let material be scattered around. During the day, as we have different employees during the day, workers during the day, we have to have shifts where we change, say that from this time to this time or this day, this is the one who's going to be responsible for, throwing away the bin or throwing away the used material, the unused material. Waste disposal, cleaning up. Those are the responsibilities that we need to do. And also, we need to, have the responsibility or assign responsibility for inspecting to ensure that cleanup is done and is done effectively and properly. We have to assign responsibility for inspection. This is Toolbox Talk with S.H.E Masters, where we are talking housekeeping. In a workplace. Lastly, I would like to say an effective housekeeping is an ongoing activity, like we said. It is not occasional. An effective housekeeping is an ongoing program, an ongoing activity, operation. It is not occasional. Why? Because penny cleanup can be costly and not effective in reducing accident. When we clean up because people are coming to inspect, it can be costly because of the hazards that are posed within that poor housekeeping practice. And the accidents that can come out of there can cause a lot of injuries, resulting in massive compensations that will need to be paid to those who are harmed. Even the physical being, nobody wants to be harmed. Therefore, it is better to prevent before we correct. It is better to prevent before we correct. Therefore, it is important for us to maintain good housekeeping practices at all times. And it should be incorporated within our jobs, within our tasks, our daily tasks, every day. Staking of our objects, putting them in order, labeling properly to know that these objects are here. It will also help us, like we said, in the inventory, having to know what our supplies are, how we have been supplying, what we are left with, where this material is or where this object is. And with that, good housekeeping will help us to maintain, a cost-effective and workplace with reduced accident. Thank you very much for watching Toolbox Talk with Chi Masters. Please do share with friends and family our live videos next time, or even if you are watching as after this broadcast, make sure you share with your friends and family. We thank you very much for joining us today as we are talking about housekeeping. We hope to see you again next week, Tuesday, as we are going to be discussing another topic. This is Toolbox Talk, and from me, your host, Masoko Zulu, Masoko Lekoe. Sorry, both are my names, Masoko Zulu, Masoko Lekoe. Thank you very much, and see you again next week. Bye.